Hello there, welcome to the Outside Film Podcast, where we talk film, TV, games, and all that jazz. Like there's no tomorrow. This week we are talking about Dune. Is it June or June? It's specifically, officially June. My name's Tom, and
June.
as always,
There we
I'm
go.
joined by my co-host John.
Hey, can't wait to
We've
talk
been
about
we've been
June.
excited about June for so long.
I mean,
The
last
day is
year,
finally
like,
here.
when I woke up like last year, I was like, oh, June, like this is the film coming out in December. But
You woke up one day and you were like, "Oh my God, June!" Just like it's all in your brain.
and the trailer came out, and like, oh,
Yes.
it's coming out in December, but no,
No.
delayed to
Yeah,
October.
well, everyone they released trailers. Like, it's another one of those films where like the buzz was really going, and then they were like, actually, next year, and it's like, what, what? Okay,
but this film. But yeah, it was a bit like weird, to think like, okay, what's Denis Villeneuve has done? So the last
mm.
time he filmed before June was Blade Runner 2049. I thought
Oh,
that's why he made more films.
his his
That's
his
why he made
crown
more.
his crowning achievement.
Ah, oh,
Does it
and
has
by
it
the
really
way,
been 4 years?
said um that Blade Runner 2049 is his best worst mistake.
I
Yeah,
mean, I can see why some would call it a bad mistake,
yeah,
but
but it's a
it's great.
masterpiece.
It is
It, it
it's amazing.
yes.
Well, without further ado, let's dive into June, shall we?
Spoilers. How do we?
Yes.
How the heck are we going to spoil this? It's very complex,
Yeah,
but
no, the amount of people, like, I think the big spoiler is is it even a spoiler? There's so
I
many people have come up to me and been like, "Oh, I'm so excited for June. I love Zendaya," and I have to say to them like,
yeah,
"Okay, but warning, she's in it for about 5 minutes." Like, I feel like
yeah,
that is
and
what people are like expecting, but like she's barely
yeah,
in it at all.
and to be warned that this film is like has a lot of stuff like that
Mm,
goes to the amount of scale that goes to, and the
mm.
cinema. That cinema's so loud. Like watching Dune.
Oh yeah.
We watched it in the super screen. Oh
Oh
my god!
really? Brilliant.
And yeah, and oh my god, the whole cinema was like shaking from the sound, like
Oh my
how
God.
loud it was. And
Yeah, I mean,
I can't
on
even.
it really amazing sound design.
Yeah,
Um,
sound design.
but as if anyone who's been following the podcast for a while has been known, I've spent about 4 months, give or take, trying my hardest to read Dune, and I got about 70 pages in, and
Oh my
I
god.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it,
Oh,
man. It
oh
was
my
so
god.
difficult. It's a dense text, and I think it's the film is just as dense. Like really,
Yeah,
there's a lot of relationships, a lot of mechanics to deal with.
yeah,
Like there is so much to kind of take in,
yeah.
and it's overwhelming. It really is.
Yeah, it's really overwhelming with like the scale, like so many things, like
Mm,
the vehicles that you see, like how the world, is very like, shown in a very
mm,
dense way, you know what I mean? And like there's so
yeah.
much going on, like it's like it's like a trip. And the weirdest thing, that when I left the cinema, I was like, no way, that was 2.5 hours of this film. This felt like the longest, shortest film I ever watched.
I know
Like,
what you mean
where,
because, like, on one hand, it felt like it went on forever, but on
yeah,
the other hand, it went by like really fast. This is about 15 minutes shorter than No Time to Die, and I didn't feel No Time to Die at all. But I can confidently say that I definitely felt every second of June. Like every second,
yeah,
I was like, "This is it's a lot to take in." My brain is like trying to process as fast as it can, but this is like
yeah,
moving sometimes really slow, sometimes really fast.
yeah. And when it was like at the end, when Zendaya says this is the beginning, it was like, oh, we're gonna get in the meat of it. It was just the end,
Yeah, no.
and I was like, oh,
As soon as she said that line, I was like, "Yeah, this is like roll credits, guys. This
yep,
is
yep. Well,
like
credits. This is the
know what
end.
you're gonna do right now." But and
Uh,
yeah, they did. I mean, that line's in the trailer as well. They've got to right. Films really have to stop doing this, putting the final line or the final scene in the trailer. Remember Amazing Spider-Man 2? Do you remember what the
yes.
final shot of the trailer of him like
Oh,
swinging the
oh yeah,
the like
Yeah.
grate into the camera is the final shot of the film.
Yeah.
Like you don't just do that.
I don't know why. It's just pointless. It doesn't add any dramatic purposes. Like nothing. It's just like there, just
Mm.
there. And and like when we heard when me and dad heard me and my dad heard that line, this is the beginning. I was like, what? No, this can't be it. And it was just the end. And
Yeah, right. I
I
mean,
was like really about to like get into it like as much because there was so much going on in the back in like in the film, like the dream sequences, like the prediction sequences. So many characters have so many powers.
yeah. I mean, they have to make a sequel now. Like it hasn't
Yeah,
even
they
been
had to make a
greenlit
sequel.
yet, but I really hope they
I'll
make it
lose.
because it
I'll
it
lose.
it.
Sorry.
What will you
Um,
lose?
I'll lose my mind if they don't make
Bless
it
you.
a sequel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like they really I think they're feeling confident about it, but you never know what could happen. I think well, this film isn't marketed; it's just marketed as Dune. But when the film came on, it says Dune Part One. It very specifically says Part One. So
Yeah.
I think this is definitely supposed to be one half of a greater whole, and I think that the way I look back on this first part will be largely dependent on the quality of the second. If the
Yes.
second sucks, then I'm not going to look back on the first one and be like, I'll be like, it was fine. It's all a wasted opportunity. If the second one is amazing, I'll be a lot more likely to look back on the first and be like, oh yeah, well, this is an incredible two-part, sci-fi epic. And I reckon the
Yeah.
second one will be great. I mean, Denis Villeneuve, he
Yeah.
knows what he's doing. Come on, like he's made some absolute corkers. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
You just hope that everyone would come back for it, I guess.
Yeah. I am looking forward to see that part two. But if they don't make it, then release the part two. Yeah.
Yeah,
um.
I guess just watch David Lynch's Dune. Like if like I guess if
Oh.
like that's all we've got. But that film, David Lynch's Dune
Yeah.
is like 3 hours long and it does both parts. It does the full story.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
I really don't know. I haven't seen it, but I believe that
I
that
haven't
does
seen
like
it
the
either.
exact it does the exact same thing, but in like the half the amount of time, I guess, if you think about what the second part will be, which I think is like how. I know that David Lynch's Dune is like a big cult film, but how can you condense all of this plus the second film and the whole
I
book into 3 hours? That just seems impossible.
the book just does look like as you said that it was very hard to get into.
Mm.
I'm very interested to see what Villeneuve wanted to like add in from the book, but a lot of people said that he has like got that a lot of stuff from the first part of the book. Like they said he even added the part where the book was dragging on, and he put it in the film. Like moments with it when there was it felt like it was dragging. So
Yeah, he
yeah,
he really does. I mean, from what I read from those 70 pages, he pretty much has everything in there. Um,
yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It was like I didn't properly read it. It was so difficult that I couldn't like keep my focus. So out of those 70 pages, I would say I read about half of them properly. But there's a lot of it that you kind of feel like, oh yeah, I recognize this, and there's a lot of stuff that's like, quite similar, if not kind of like spot on to the film. Like the scene when the hunter thing comes into Paul's room, the little like bug hunter that's
yeah.
like, and he has to stay extremely still. I thought that scene was quite good at kind of replicating what the book did. And I think
Oh,
a lot of Dune fans really like this film because of that, because the film has seemingly translated the book into onto the big screen really, really well.
yeah. Um, that's pretty good.
Mm.
And the soundtrack. I love the score throughout this
Oh
film.
man,
It was
hell yeah, dude.
amazing. With like
So
me
cool.
in this super screen, like hearing it, like it was just like an experience to have, like
Mm.
with the cinematography, with Hans Zimmer's like score just like slowly creeping in, and the motifs that throughout the film that you hear.
Yeah,
That
you can't
woman
go wrong
singing.
with Hans Zimmer. There's this like, as you say, the score is incredible. There's this kind of like powerful motif of these choral voices,
Mm,
that they're in the trailer as well, but they play kind of whenever something like spiritual happens to Paul. I don't know if that makes any
Yeah.
sense. Um, but like this like particular motif that I think is really powerful, and I'm really excited to see, how will the sequel kind of like take these motifs and progress further with them,
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless of
I could.
course Hans Zimmer leaves, which he better not, but he's done that before. I still haven't got over it, John. I still haven't got over how he left Justice
Okay.
League. I haven't got over
No.
it. It would have been amazing. He would have absolutely killed it, but no,
Yeah.
had to leave. Bastard.
And get Junkie XL. I mean, he did
Mm-hmm.
great.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
he did great.
I did a good job, but I just think he went too far in a few places, with that
Ah,
that Wonder Woman theme.
the Wonder Woman.
God damn it.
Yes, singing out of nowhere, like Wonder Woman walking. And then
Wonder
Wonder
Woman
Woman breathing.
sneezes and the music's like ah.
Or
Jesus.
like Wonder Woman just watching a film. And that's it. So yeah, that.
Yeah,
But
hopefully, if they
yes.
do ever restore the Snyderverse, hopefully they don't bring that particular thing with
Oh
them,
God.
or at least tone it down a little bit because it's definitely quite intense. But yeah, I think the best part about Dune is the visuals. They are
Mm.
impeccable. I mean, Denis Villeneuve, if you've seen, I would say, especially Arrival and Blade Runner, his other sci-fi films, he has an incredible and amazing sense of scale.
Yes.
Like things feel big, when he can like show huge things, against bigger things, and especially with the ships. There's a lot of Arrival style imagery, like with
Yeah.
the ships of the bad guys. I don't remember half of the names from this film, but the ships of the bad guys, that's very kind of like Arrival egg-shaped ship. I definitely felt that. And I feel like the color variation isn't huge. Maybe like if the other planets were a little bit more colorful, then Arrakis could have felt more different to the characters. But Arrakis especially exudes heat and stress. Like it feels like you're in the desert. Like it
Yeah.
really feels like you're just gonna be there sweating the whole time. And the spice. Whenever there's spice in the air and it's kind of like all like glittery, I thought that was amazing. I think it really has some beautiful moments of slow motion and the spice in the air, and the way that like the villains are shot, like with low key lighting and a lot more kind of ominous architecture. I think all those things are very well thought out, and therefore that it means that you'll never have a scene where it's visually uninteresting.
Yeah. And yeah, seeing that on the big screen was like so cool, like with the special effects of the ships,
Mm.
and felt like watching a rival, but like on a massive scale. And it just really just reminded me, 2001: Space Odyssey with those ships that you see at the afterwards, the monkey scene where they crashed the school, like the ships
Mm.
that you see in 2001, like the massive scale of that felt like watching that, on there, just like how amazing that detail in that in Dune, seeing the ships just in the background is just like mind blowing, and it's just massive. Like you see that in space. The what was the there was a big one that they were about to arrive in Arrakis. That massive circular um one
Yes,
that
the
yeah.
the egg, the one that I think that has a lot of Arrival-esque kind of imagery. And let's point out that this film's longer than 2001. I don't know how that
Yeah.
happened. This film is longer than 2001. Like
That
what?
uh
Like it astounds me how slow 2001 is
yeah.
when like it's only 2 hours 20 minutes long, but it crawls by a snail's pace. It really does.
I don't know how that that film just felt so, you know, painstakingly longer than June.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
did.
just
It did.
yeah. But at least, those are like sci-fi
Hmm.
films to experience. But
Well,
June was just
yeah.
like, like it was like a more serious take. My dad afterwards, when we worked out, he said, "Oh, that felt like a serious take on Star Wars." Like what do you mean?
Hmm.
He's like, like yeah, it was like that huge scale. The atmosphere, the tone of it. Like it did have like the conventions of Star Wars. Different people. Different
Hmm.
characters, and
Well, well,
the
well.
music as well.
Dune is the book is a huge influence in Star Wars, and you can see like so many like, similarities, with like this kind of evil empire and, like spice and like cargo lanes and like, just space exploration in general. You definitely see that George Lucas got, a lot of inspiration from Dune and yeah, but I think what is definitely this isn't like Star Wars in the way that Star Wars is, a space fantasy film with a lot of action. I mean, sure, this film has action and it's pretty good action as well, but like I think a lot of this is a lot, there's a lot more kind of, it's a slower and more methodical like sci-fi film. Is that because that they're going to make part two like a lot more action heavy and a lot more kind of like of a an epic finale? Maybe. But I definitely think this isn't like, you don't go in this and you get like what you would get if you get a Star Wars film or a Star Trek film or even a Blade Runner film. It's very distinct. It's not, it simultaneously is and it isn't like a lot of films that I've seen. Like
Yeah.
it bears so many similarities, but it's also so different. Like this is not like any other Denis Villeneuve films, I wouldn't say.
No, it's so different, what you see. Like he did Sicario,
Mm,
Enemy, Blade Runner 2049, Arrival, all those films.
mm,
And this one just felt, so spectacular, what he did, like he wanted to have that feel from the book. If people, what people say, being saying, what he's done, and he added that onto there with like the cinematography and like how he made this film, alive and stick it to the region, stuck to the original. So
mm,
yeah, um,
definitely.
I thought the cast was great.
Mm,
I thought
yeah.
it was excellent. Jason Momoa's Duncan, I love that. That was yeah, he was
Yes,
great.
I agree. I think there's so many like really good performances, and I think they do a really good job at doing the mother-son relationship between Paul and Jessica. You really understand that they care for each other. In the scene where Paul meets the Reverend Mother and he has to put his hand in the box.
Hmm.
I thought that was very well done, like with Jessica kind of like crying outside while Paul screams because like yeah, like he goes through loads and she's kind of by his side, but at the same time, like towards the end when they're going out on their own, it's a lot more kind of intense because they're kind of having to like do this journey in unknown territory and like race against sandworms and stuff. I thought that was really good. And obviously I think the marketing for this film has really kind of like overemphasized the role of some people. Like Dave Bautista is barely in it. Javier Bardem, Zendaya, as previous mentioned, are
I knew it
barely
was
in it.
Javier Bardem. I knew it was
Yeah.
him. I wasn't too sure, but it was just like that hair and thing that was like, is it
Mm,
Javier Bardem? But no, I
mm,
was right. It was him.
yeah.
Um,
Um, that was great when he spat like on the floor. And it's like, oh,
yes.
thank you for gracing us with your bodily fluid. I think there's like
um,
there was some nice comedy in here, like he didn't feel like every 2 seconds we gotta put in a joke to keep people engaged, and most of the comedy was well placed and wasn't too overbearing on the overarching tone because it's fairly
yeah.
serious, but it also has like enough comedy to make the character relationships feel believable with people like Duncan and Paul. They have a bit of like banter between them, and I think that's really really well done.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I thought the character arcs throughout this film was pretty stable. Like,
Mm,
what it was going through. But the one thing that, was made me mad again, the film felt like it was a bit it was dragging on a bit short, but I was like
yeah.
wish to see more Zendaya, but we know now that she has like 5 minutes of screen time, just like being in dream sequence, and then at the end, like I wanted to see more of that. And again, the film was exploring about Paul being this what was the name
Oh
I didn't
man,
Ma-
is it the Ben Gesserit or something? No, it's the Maud Dib or something.
my dad.
I honestly I can remember the names
Right.
based on like reading the book, but what do I know?
Right.
Um, I
Google,
think I
tell me.
think what is like extremely like annoying and frustrating. You see it in loads of like films that are like one half of a greater whole, is that, you know, it feels like, you know, in this film, you've got half of a character arc. There isn't a character arc, you know, within the story. They kind of tried that with the ending when, you know, Paul kills someone for the first time, but that felt like it was very an underwhelming note to leave the film on. It wasn't set up at all. There was never this kind of like ongoing thread where it's like, well, Paul's never killed anyone before. It just kind of came up in the last kind of 10
Yeah,
minutes. Um,
just like
and
with the
I
dream
that
sequence. Yeah,
yeah, like that kind of felt like it was a bit, you know, it's like you look at
rushed.
something like Deathly Hallows Part One. Nobody's really kind of like remembering that film, you know,
Oh, Deathly Hallows Part
because
One. I forgot
like
about that.
Part Two is like the big, you know, kind of like spectacular like event. When you've got these kind of like one and two parters, one normally, you know, is a lot more forgettable than the other, and obviously we can't judge the second Dune yet. Um, but I definitely feel like that there is a bit of a disconnect there. You know, it's like I can't think of another example.
What?
It's kind of like something like God, why do I have to do this to myself? Like Twilight, you know? It's like, you know, people generally remember Breaking Dawn Part Two more than Part One. And I feel like this is gonna suffer from that,
Uh,
you know, you would have watched the first one and then 3 years later come back to watch the second one. And the second one is so much more kind of grand and epic that you kind of just forget about the first one. You know, like I don't think like
why
I
did
don't
I
expect that
watch
I will forget
Twilight?
about it, but you know what I mean. You've watched Twilight?
Yeah, watched
Oh no.
Twilight.
By
I watched
choice.
every single one of them.
Oh
Um,
wait, no, I know. I watched the first one with you. I remember now.
yeah, you were watching the first one with me, and
Oh
maybe my sister, and I
yeah.
don't know who
Oh
else.
man. Yeah, a couple of other people, a couple of other friends. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
I don't know,
Do you,
but
do you
it
remember?
was.
I don't know if you remember halfway through. I literally hated it so much that I tried to leave and go back home, but I didn't have my keys with me. My parents were out, so I couldn't get in the house. So I had to go back to your house and finish watching Twilight. It was so painful, man. I was just like, oh
Oh
man,
no!
it's the
Oh
worst. I've read the
no!
first book as well. I've read it beginning to end. My God, it's better than the film, but it's still not great.
Oh,
Not my kind of
uh,
thing.
oh God! Why did I watch the second one or the third one? I don't know which one it was, but the second
There's
or
like
third
five
one.
of them. Why do you watch any of them?
I don't know because of my sister.
Oh,
She
Neil.
wanted me to watch them. And sorry, we have to go of the tangent of Twilight. It's stupid, but like, like this film, Twilight is just like what? There's no real love. It's just like Jacob taking his shirt off and then just like I'm angry
Hey,
now.
that
And just
that could be
runs off.
real love. People taking their shirts off is the most real love I've ever seen. That's not true. I want to
Oh, have you
clarify
seen the
that.
behind the scenes special effects for Jacob's
Yes, and she's just patting him. Oh my God. Have you seen the original animatronic baby they were going to use in Breaking
what?
Dawn? You know how
What?
the baby is CGI because
Oh yeah.
apparently they need to like give it the face of the actress who plays the like child. Well,
Oh,
originally they were going to use this like horrifying like animatronic baby.
what the what?
I know it's like if like people at home, if you know what I'm talking about, you'll know that it's
I,
like,
I'm not gonna look that up because I'm gonna
oh,
be
don't you
terrified.
worry, I'm already on it. Don't. Oh, it's horrible. It's
No, no, don't
so
show it. Don't,
horrible.
don't, don't,
I
don't.
need to show you this, John.
No, don't.
It's important.
You don't want me to traumatize. You don't want to traumatize me. Anyway,
Yes, I
Twilight.
do. You
Like
deserve
the
it.
storyline is so weak. Like I can't even remember it. That's how weak it is. Oh, God.
Look at what I just sent you, John.
No, no, delete it, delete it, delete it. No, 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 no. No, oh God, no, no, that's gonna be my dreams now. Oh God, no, no, no,
Who thought that was a good idea?
no. That no. Right, can we just talk
Anyway,
about dreams now, please?
June.
I'm traumatized now. No,
I sent him
no,
everyone.
no, no,
Oh, Neil.
please.
Oh.
I don't want to be traumatized
Don't worry,
anymore.
it's over now. I've got to delete them from my camera roll and set my phone on fire.
Right, just
Jesus. There's
Just
nothing
delete.
that bad in Dune, and I did think the CGI was
Oh
really
God.
good in Dune for the most part. The one thing that sometimes it felt there was a bit like it looked a bit like it was on a green screen, which whatever, that's not like a huge issue. But the one thing, Stellan Skarsgård's character, like he's like a
Okay.
worm.
Yes.
Oh my god, when he would like stand up and you see his wormy body, it didn't look good. In my
No.
opinion, I thought it was so distracting. I saw him and I was like, ooh, that's
Uh, yeah.
that's definitely
with
yeah.
like the whole character of like I forgot the actor's name. Can you say it again, please?
Stellan Skarsgård.
Stellan Skarsgård. Like his
Hmm.
whole character is just like a blob, just like
It really is. He spends the whole time, and then like at the end, he has a lovely inky bath, and Dave Bautista's like
I'm
uncle, and
sorry.
he's like, blah, 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 blah.
It just reminded me of like that comparison of like Dark Side on his throne in the Snyder Cut, like that. To compare to that, it's just like in the bath, just like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I just don't like the villains. Like I understood
Weakest
their
part.
motivation
Wait,
through like the exposition, but yeah, I agree. They were very weak. They were barely in it. Like it was like a
yeah.
lot of faceless
They
army and
Dave I forgot the
Dave
name of
Batista.
that. Dave Bautista, yes, him. He wasn't even much in it. Like I thought
No,
he was gonna be like
yeah,
an
he
integral
wasn't.
villain of this.
Not at all.
No.
I mean, I expect the sequel will give them a larger role, but at the end, they think that Paul is dead. Like, there's no like kind of stakes where they're like, oh, we got to get him before he finds the Harkonnens, if that's their name.
Yeah, that's
He just thinks
Harkness.
he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
thinks that they're dead, and I think that's kind of just a bit boring, honestly. Um, yeah, I wasn't like huge about them. I thought they were fine or
No.
whatever. God, I'm still
Yeah,
thinking about that baby.
yeah. I did still think about like some of the stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
Did you see the Empire image of from No Way Home?
yes, I did.
Like
Yeah.
of Doctor Octopus.
Wait, where? Wait, where? Wait. Let me have a look at Empire.
There's an
Empire.
image there's an image of Doctor Octopus
Yeah.
like throwing a
Where?
car at Spider-Man.
Oh, wait. Somewhere. Where? I can't see it here.
I'll send it to you. But basically, my point is that Stellan Skarsgård, like in June, looked like this new picture of Doctor Octopus when he's throwing Spider-Man. Looks like he's just floating in the air. But yeah, this image of Spider-Man, so it's a bit. I'm a little bit worried because this film's like it's got a really big budget, but my God, man, it looks like really bad. It looks like Doctor Octopus has been like pasted in somewhere.
Oh God, what? I
Yeah,
didn't know
wait.
about this.
No, I'll send it to you
Show me
now.
now. Show me now. Give me more pain.
Oh, I'll show
Give me
you
more
now.
pain. I'm a masochist. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I know you've got sent two pictures of Twilight babies. Now you've got underwhelming CGI. Look at him.
Uh,
Look at
uh,
that.
uh,
He's just
uh,
hanging there.
uh,
It looks like literally he's been pasted in. It looks dreadful. I'm sorry.
wait. I gotta show you. Wait. This reminds me of like wait.
I should probably be putting this in the video right now. I should be letting the folks at home see the
Oh,
atrocities that we are subjecting ourselves to.
oh no, right.
Jesus, man.
Right, where is it? It just reminds me that where is it? Oh no. Like there was someone in the world trying to remake a Spider-Man film, but the
Okay.
CGI was so terrible that it looks exactly like the image there, just like there,
Okay.
like just like Spider-Man just running away. That just reminds. Oh, I need to show it. Where is it? It's just hilarious. Nah,
Hmm.
I can't find
It's a
it.
weird image.
But
Why the hell is Spider-Man running away from Dr. Octopus throwing a car? Like,
the
you
only
just
words I
like,
could think of, like when you're like, oh God, he's got arms. Oh no, we got one guy.
oh, Mr. Stark.
Mr. Stark. Oh
That
God,
doesn't
the
sound like him
car.
at all,
He's gonna start
but
the
still.
car.
I
Hello,
bought
Peter.
myself a I bought myself a and I
Why
what
did the Doctor
what
Octopus have the different accent?
I
Like,
don't
hello,
know.
hello,
Hello.
Peter.
Hello, Peter. Oh no. Oh
Oh
no.
no.
I bought myself an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man t-shirt this week just for
Oh right.
for No Way Home, of course. Gotta show my
Ah,
appreciation for the main
you
man
did.
himself.
Mm. Um, yeah. So the terrible CGI. Yeah, it was a bit, noticeable. I mean, it was
Well,
Skarsgård.
most of it
Skarsgård.
was incredible. Like
Yeah, the
honestly,
ships, the,
oh
the
yeah,
amount of scale that goes into
beautiful.
the
The
worms.
whole
We haven't talked about the worms.
the bloody worms.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were great. There's an amazing shot of we see it in the trailer. So much of this is see like so much of like the big moments are in the trailer, and that's upsetting, you know? Like
Yeah.
basically the worms show up twice, and both times
Yeah.
it's in the trailer.
To
So like there's nothing
three
really
times.
like, huge, but there's like a moment when like they are like flying away and and there's like a basically it's a sand crawler kind of thing. And then the worm starts to like eat it up and like Josh Brolin, I can't remember his name. It's like
Yeah.
holding Paul as they like fly away, and like the worm is like making this huge like sinkhole. Beautiful shot, absolutely incredible CGI there.
Yeah. Like, especially seeing it on the super screen, like, oh my god, like that was amazing to see
So
that.
every time you're just like, oh, the super screen, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I think I'm gonna watch Eternals in the super screen uh
Oh right.
in a couple of
Okay.
weeks. Yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get better. I think I
It,
watched 2017 in the super screen, and I'm pretty sure I
oh,
watched Spider-Verse in the super screen as well. I did,
I
in
think
fact.
I
Oh,
I think I watched 1917 on the super screen because
mm.
that's the only way to experience it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That's
I bought 2017 on Blu-ray a couple weeks ago,
I did.
and
I got that a
yeah,
year ago.
you got it for Christmas, didn't you? And I was talking to my girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, we should watch it." And I was like, "No, we need to set up the projector and like get the whole like sound system going. Like, it's important that you got to experience 2017 as God intended, with your tears rolling down your face and everything in pain."
Yeah,
But
showing the true horrors of
I
First
dropped
World
my
War.
pen.
So
Oh yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a lot more to say. I think my biggest problem with the film, Dune, is I felt like it struggled with its world building and lore. I thought genuinely it was quite good, but it's a lot to take in, and it does manage to
Yeah.
condense the book's content. But like as we've proven, I still don't really know who anyone is or the names of anything. And I feel like you look at something like Lord of the Rings, and Fellowship of the Ring is about the same length as Dune. Maybe the extended edition is longer, but my point is that you watch Fellowship of the Ring. There's not much confusion. You know everyone's names. You know the basics of the world, like hobbits and orcs and dwarves and elves. That's all pretty self-explanatory because they present it to you in a very easy to understand format. Obviously, if
Yeah.
you compare to every film to Lord of the Rings, then every film sucks because Lord of the Rings is so good. But I just think that Dune it struggled with that. And I hope that, maybe on future watches or with the second film, it kind of all becomes clear, because that was a disconnect, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like it was a lot to take in. That's the only problem, like with some of the stuff. But again, the world building, I wish there was like more to explore of the planets of Arrakis, the House of Atreides. We didn't see like a lot of that. We didn't see like the planet, like Aladan. Is that the name of it? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, we didn't get to see like much of it. That was like the only
No, there
problem.
was only a few scenes on there.
Um, we didn't get like to see much of the backstory of each character. Like that's the thing I wanted to see,
Mm.
like the emotional connection with these characters, like why is it important. But we got to see that with Paul and his mother, that mother and
Mm.
son relationship.
I would have
That was
liked to
like,
see more from Oscar Isaac as the Duke. Honestly, like Oscar
yeah,
Isaac, he's great. He was naked in this for a scene. His beard, honestly, Oscar Isaac with a beard is just that is peak
oh,
humanity right there.
yeah,
Beautiful,
that's
absolutely
puke.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's pure
It makes
humanity.
me. Do you say puke? That's puke,
No,
mate.
pure.
It's
That
absolutely puke.
that
But like it just reminds me how much they wasted him in
yeah.
the Rise of Skywalker, especially, but in Star Wars in general. But like, yeah, like as you said, the cast is amazing. But I would have liked to see a bit more from all of them. But I guess no chance now because Oscar Isaac is dead, not the actor. The Duke in the film dead.
Yeah. I mean, with Oscar Isaac,
Yeah.
just like being there, like he was one of the great actors. Like
Mm.
there, and then somehow he just gets like wasted potential in Rise of Skywalker. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Hey, do you remember? Do you remember X-Men Apocalypse?
Oh god.
Remember when he played Apocalypse?
Um.
Oh,
No.
how embarrassing!
Uh,
Jesus,
uh,
that
I
was a low moment.
that wasn't right of like choosing him as that. I feel
No,
so sorry for
no,
him
it
like choosing
wasn't.
that.
It wasn't. They cast Oscar Isaac and then they put him in so much like makeup and prosthetics that he couldn't move. Oh no,
Or even do like facial expressions.
I know. Jesus. So yeah, I think on the whole, as it says, I think Dune is stunning, as it says in the title of the video. That can't be stressed enough. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But it
Yep.
is quite underwhelming. Like it's a really strong film, but not as good as I'd hoped it would be. What are you gonna give it out of 10?
Is there anything else I want to talk about? No, I don't think there is because it's a bit hard to talk about
Don't worry, John.
Dune.
We covered Twilight. Like you can't talk about anything.
Nah.
Once you've covered Twilight, you've talked about it all. You've done the full scope of cinema right there.
Great. Scorsese would have been proud. Right, I'm gonna give Dune an. I really love the cinematography and score. That was like the
Me too.
thing that
Hey,
I love.
did you pick up an exclusive poster from Cineworld?
What?
Did you when you went to see it at Cineworld, did you get a poster?
No.
Ah,
What? You're kidding
yeah,
me? There was a poster.
that's a poster. Wait, I'll
Show
send
me
you mine.
what the poster is. So I'm gonna give Dune an 8 or 7.
Yeah, I'm going 8. I'm going 8.
Yeah,
Solid
8.
8. Yeah.
Yeah. What? That's so cool.
It's a cool poster, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, I'm sorry, but
See it in real 3D.
yeah, I didn't see it I didn't see it in real 3D.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't.
I feel like 3D films are not popular as
No,
much.
I mean 3D films were popular for about 3 years, and then like
Yeah.
they peaked with Avatar, and then everyone just kind of thought, eh, like
Yeah.
it gives everyone headaches. Who cares?
Yeah.
Even less
And
so if
like
it's 4D. My God.
I what was the best film I've seen in 3D? I forgot.
I watched Toy Story 3 in 3D.
What?
I watched Toy
Oh,
Story
okay.
3D. Ooh.
Yeah. There was like a cast. So Greta Gerwig is making a Barbie film.
With Ryan Gosling.
Yes.
He's playing
Yeah.
Ken. Let's
Oh my
go.
god. But I don't
They
think
won't
I
be
would.
able to top
It's Margot
Toy Story.
Robbie.
Yeah,
Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling.
that's
I
so
don't think
weird.
I wouldn't be able
Wait,
to
so Greta
handle.
Gerwig's directing it?
Yep.
Oh my! Now I'm interested. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know Ron's Gone Wrong. You know the new film Ron's Gone Wrong.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I heard that.
Apparently,
Yeah.
it's really good. Like
Is it?
what? Like it looks
Uh,
dreadful. Apparently, it's really good. Apparently, it's like a really solid animated film. Who
uh,
knew? Not me.
oh right.
Fuck.
You? Me?
No,
No, I am
me.
you. I am me. Um,
Honestly, whatever the Barbie film does, it won't be able to top Ken and Barbie in Toy Story 3. Are you kidding me? That was amazing. So
oh my
funny.
god.
You know, when Ken tries on all the outfits for her, and he's
Yeah.
like, it's just brilliant. And he's like, oh, mwah, it's cinema, absolute cinema. How are the Toy Story films?
Cinema.
One day we will talk about Toy Story films. They're too good. Like it's not fair. They are impeccable.
Yeah,
Absolutely
impeccable.
incredible.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how Greta Gerwig's gonna duet Barbie, but
Oh, it's
I,
Greta Gerwig. You know, have you seen Lady Bird?
well, I watched Little Women.
Right. Well, that's what you need
Great
to
film.
know. Little Women was
Great film.
absolutely
But I need to
brilliant.
watch Lady Bird.
Lady Bird's great. And Greta Gerwig has got like quite a few acting roles as well. She's in a film called Frances Ha, which is amazing. She's in Isle of Dogs as well. Like, it's just
No
great.
way. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Um,
She's ginger in
What
it.
was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, I've seen her behind the scenes with directing Lady Bird, and like how she
Yeah.
engaged the actors what to do. That's
Uh-huh.
great. I like seeing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, I have so after watching Little Women, I then watched Lady Bird, and I'm just like, yeah, respect like anything that she does, I'm there. I'm there for it. She's probably done other films that I haven't seen, but like, yeah, I'm now excited for the Barbie. How does this happen, John? How is this? How am I now excited for the Barbie movie? What
I
what
I I
the what?
I
Jesus, I
I
don't
don't know,
understand.
man. I don't understand either. Like, especially that with two other films, my sister is like, "Oh, you should watch The Women." I was like, "Okay, fine." And then now I need to watch Ladybird. Now there's a Barbie film. We're good to go. What is this timeline, man? I don't
Ryan
know.
Gosling as well. Like, what's happening
Ryan
right
Gosling.
now?
Okay, and
Is it
Margot Robbie.
animated or is it like live action? It can't be live action, can it?
Wait, what
Help!
if it's gonna be live action?
No, no.
Yes,
That
yes.
sounds terrifying. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Live action Barbie?
Uh,
No, no, no way.
oh
But they've
God,
already made
wait,
loads of like Barbie films, like
they
straight to the.
have.
I've watched all of them. I'm the guy. I know everything about Barbie.
Wait, what?
I don't. I know nothing. How we're not even talking about Dune anymore. We've gone crazy. Let's talk about the Uncharted trailer. We just took a little break. I just want to imagine, whilst I was waiting for the meeting to record, I was just like, I've literally gone crazy. I was just dancing to Venom. Like I'm gone crazy, John. Really, I really
Venom.
have. Just imagine like you waiting for me to send you like a new like Zoom link, and I'm
Me,
just there, just like when they're gonna taste my Venom. Like, oh no. Oh, let's talk. Let's.
I was just like, I was
Oh,
just like scrolling through YouTube and see what to watch later after I've done some work. I'm like,
Venom. Just watch Venom, man. On a loop.
Venom.
Right,
Uh,
we just got to talk about the Uncharted trailer now, haven't we? Of
ah,
course.
this last hour,
This
half an hour. Ah,
dish.
all right. So, Uncharted. This is the film that I wasn't too happy about. Like, me playing through the Uncharted games, like throughout the years, I had so
Mm.
much fun playing them,
Mm.
and especially the second one. Like the second one really blew my
Masterpiece.
mind. Yeah, oh, masterpiece. The pacing, the characters, the set pieces, the soundtrack, like everything that I put into that game was just like my favorite game of all time. But when I heard they're gonna make an Uncharted movie, I was very skeptical. Like, I didn't know what they're gonna do with it. Like, how they're gonna make a film out of this. So we got a trailer. Finally, we got a trailer, man. We got a
We
trailer.
did. We
So
did. This is such
uh
a weird film because this like I think like even like, I think this trailer doesn't look too bad. However, I also think this is so badly cast. Like Mark Wahlberg was cast as Nathan Drake in like 2010, and now he's playing Sully, young Sully without the mustache or like the bowling shirt. Like
oh
what?
god.
Like what? Sorry, that's just wrong. That is just sacrilege of the
It
highest
is
order.
wrong, but the thing that I'm hoping is that it's gonna be like a prequel film. Like this is the film that, um it's like the backstory of young Nathan Drake, and
Mm,
this gives me the vibe in Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4. They go through
mm,
backstories of like Nathan's brother, and that backstory of like Sir Francis Drake, and that ring that he has. How to they explored that in Uncharted 3. So now with the film, it's gone a weird choice because I thought they were going to do Drake's Fortune. That's the thing that I was going to thought they're going to do, like the first
is that
game.
is that yeah? First one. Okay.
Yeah. So they're going to do. It's going to be a mix of Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4. So
Mm,
like it's going through Henry Avery's. I don't know. I think they are. They're going through Henry Avery's treasure
yeah.
story, and the storyline.
Well,
And I think that's
they
good
see
stuff.
the I'm pretty sure in the trailer we see the like the shipwreck.
Yeah, the shipwreck and the cross. So these are really good references to the fourth game, especially
Mhm.
that whole sequence where Drake and Sully, well, Nate, I'll call him Nate, Nathan, and Sully in that.
I'll call him Nate, and then you just say Nathan.
I didn't know. My brain's not working today
I'll
because
call him Nate. Anyway, so
okay,
Nathan.
Nathan. Oh, shut up, man.
It just
Right.
no, what it looks like, it just looks like Tom Holland playing Tom Holland, like in
Yes.
an Uncharted thing. Like he's the weirdest casting choice. Like I know that Tom Holland's like, he's famous and all that, but he's just a strange casting choice for it,
I know,
you know.
but
And I think like the action and stuff looks quite cool, like
yeah.
looks fairly fun, but
Um. But
it
like
feels too
the
soon to do the fourth story. Obviously, it's
yeah,
not going to be the exact same. It's not going to be the whole A Thief's
yeah.
End thing, but it's just weird. And I think the biggest thing for me that I'm a bit like, confused about, a little bit conflicted about,
Tell
um,
me.
is like, why wouldn't you just do a new story? You know, like I get it. You want to like get the fans on board, but if you want to see the Uncharted 4 story, play Uncharted 4 or Uncharted 3.
Yeah,
Whatever
go
story
ahead.
they're gonna do, just make a new story for the film. Just like if I want to, I would watch it on YouTube. I don't have a PS4, but like if I wanted to watch it, I just like watch the game, and almost definitely the game would be better. Like
Yeah.
it's like when they made the Sonic movie, that is like whether or not it's a good film or not, it's definitely
Uh,
different to any of the games, you know?
um. Yeah. The one thing that I'm especially worried about is like the the conventions of Uncharted is about the set pieces and
Mhm.
Nathan Drake saying crap at the
That's
one
it.
that
There are two conventions. It's set pieces and Nathan Drake saying crap. Brilliant. That's it. That's it. We've
no
done
no
it.
it's about the
We've
character. It's
cracked the
like okay
formula,
okay.
John. We've done
Oh
it.
my god.
We can make a
Okay.
perfect Uncharted film. We've
But
done it.
it's
Easy.
about like the characters as well, like what they're
Hmm.
gonna go to explore backstories. That was the one the problem that was that the first game was struggling with. It was the backstory and characters. Like it
Yeah.
was mainly about treasure hunting, what it's gonna do. But no, the second one went to a more um on an epic scale with like the set pieces and like going through the characters and double crossing again with Chloe. Yeah, it's Chloe. Is it Chloe?
Well, Chloe's in this trailer as well.
Yeah, she is.
She's like, oh, Sully doesn't have any friends. I would know. I'm one of them. And I scream inside. I'm like, this is comedy, comedy.
Uh, but
I
okay,
think
the
the
one
good thing
thing.
about gone.
Sorry. The one thing that I'm hoping, well, as I said, that this film's going to be a prequel because
Yeah.
the next film I want them to do is Uncharted 2.
Hmm.
That whole
If they
among
make a
among
next
things.
film, I mean, this could. I mean, video game movies don't have a very good reputation. You
No,
know.
but Uncharted 2, like among thieves, I think it is Among Thieves, and
Yeah.
the one thing that I want them to do is like have an older Nathan Drake and older Sully, and the one casting choice
Nathan
I've said
Fillion.
over
Nathan
and over,
Fillion.
Nathan
Sorry,
Fillion.
I said it for you, but Nathan
That
Fillion,
is
please.
the one thing that my biggest wish that they're gonna do for a sequel, Uncharted 2, Nathan Fillion, and like all the different cast. And wait, are we gonna see? I forgot her name.
Elena.
Elena. Yeah, you know the character's name before I did. Anyway,
I haven't even
Elena.
played them. I've
I'm
watched the fourth one on YouTube. I don't know why I watched the fourth one without watching the others, but when this film comes out, so early next year, we are going to do an episode on all the Uncharted film games. So I am going
yeah,
to watch them all, and I hope they're good. I
yeah.
think one of them has zombies in it. It's a bit weird, but okay.
Wait. Zombies?
Yeah, doesn't one of them have zombies in it?
Okay. Let me think. Uncharted 2. I mean, with each film, it goes through. Right. So the first three films goes through mythological.
Games.
Did I say movies?
You said films, yeah.
Oh God. Three games. I'm losing my mind today.
Oh,
With three games.
same.
The first three games goes through like some mythological stuff. I think. Yeah. With like the first one, it was like the El Dorado. The second one, Shambhala. The third one, it was somewhere
I
in.
think it's Uncharted 3. There's like according to Uncharted Wiki, there's this thing called the Jinn or the Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh,
They're supernatural creatures encountered by Nathan Drake within a ram of the pillars in Uncharted 3. They are
Iran. There we
demons
go.
born of smokeless fire that appear near the end of the game in Nate's hallucinations. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that Uncharted 3. There was some really cool bits in there, but Uncharted 2 is just that highlights everything that you go through, like experience it. And but the fourth one goes on a grounded, realistic take because
Yeah.
the end of the game, spoilers if you haven't played it, they actually found the treasure. Like they find the treasure, no mythological stuff that happens. They found the treasure. That's the one thing that I'm hoping that they're gonna do. But Uncharted 2, they could do that with Shambhala. So
Well,
yeah.
I think if they make any sequels, it won't be Nathan Fillion because they want to make money first and foremost, and they're gonna. I'm really sorry, but I have to,
I gotta accept the hard truth.
say the facts. They're gonna people like Tom Holland is they're marketable. People will go and see them for Tom. It's like people are going to see Dune, as I said, just for Zendaya, even though she's barely in it. Like these people, actors are marketable, and Nathan Fillion, even though he is a god, he's not the most marketable actor.
Yeah.
I literally still for months I have had Firefly, like the DVD has been like right there, like literally.
Wait, bro, I have that as well. I have that as well, and I haven't even watched it.
No, I mean I've had it for ages. Like I got it out, like my dad has it, and I got it out, and I've been like saying like, okay, I've got to watch this for ages, and I just haven't. I really should. Like I hear it's great.
I hear it's great as well. Right, I need to watch that. I forgot about that. So yeah. I really liked the set pieces in this one, like in the trailer, when Nathan is stuck to
the train, no, the plane.
The plane. Yeah, the plane.
plane.
That was yeah,
really but I do understand some people are criticizing it because they're doing video game like physics in a film, which like video game physics don't exactly, kind of translate to the screen too well, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
They haven't seen Fast and Furious, Tom. They haven't.
Yeah, that's cinema right there. They bloody they do you remember in Fast and Furious when in the 9th one when like the bridge like falls, so they winch the car onto a rope and they drive it so fast that it swings them all the way from one mountain to another.
Oh,
remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that small detail? Oh god, that film is just
wow, that detail was impeccable.
Definitely a film that exists. That was...
But anyway, with Uncharted, having physics, I don't think physics applies to the Uncharted games as well.
I don't think physics is a real thing. Prove to me right now that physics is a real thing. You can't do it.
Kinetic energy, it cannot be created or destroyed. God, in the Uncharted game,
you're taking me back to GCSEs now. Oh boy. Oh, dark days, man. Why is it necessary for students to do science?
We have to do languages.
I got out of that.
Yeah, same. I didn't do that as well. I was like, Miss, can I not do it? And she's like, yeah, sure. So
wow, that sounds easy. I had to go to the head, and I was like, mate, no, I'm not doing it.
I dropped out art because that wasn't my special type. But
just
we had to do cooking. We had to do cooking.
Cooking was great. I was terrified of the gas though. I thought I was gonna gas myself, like genuinely. I thought I was gonna leave the gas on and just kill everyone.
That I was gonna, cut myself accidentally. But anyway, coming back to the intro.
Oh my god, my friend who works as a chef, he refuses to wear washing up gloves, and he ended up slicing his finger open when we were camping. And it was so funny because I said to him, I was like, mate, you should probably put some washing up gloves. And he was like, I'm fine. And then like a minute later, he was like, you get me some tissues. And I was like, yeah, why? And he was like, cut my finger. It was amazing. And he started to have a seizure. It was terrifying. It was
Oh,
actually
what?
terrifying.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It was
Things went
it
to
was
0 to 100 real
it
quick.
was Scott.
What?
It was mad. It was mad.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Anyway, Uncharted.
Uncharted. What a game. What a film.
I am very devoid about characters. About this. So hopefully,
Yeah.
do the characters right for
Yeah.
these video game films.
I
Um,
mean,
like
I think
um,
every time there is a video game movie, the big question is this film going to break the curse? I don't think so. I don't think it's possible to break the curse at this point.
I mean,
Like, it's just
how?
not like
I wonder if anyone broke the curse.
there is a film based on Professor Layton called Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva, or is it Diver? I don't know. And I've watched it a few times. It's amazing. It's actually like it gets the spirit of the games. It's got the same art style. You've done by the same people. I think that's the key. You get the same people who made the games to make the film.
Oh, that's
But
solid.
so many of these films don't. But yeah, no, that's great. That was like early
Oh,
2000s.
no! I just remembered the
What?
game. Uncharted had so many directors that didn't go through the film, and they have the Venom director.
They have reflation. This film isn't going to be good. I'm going to call it right now. It's going
No,
to be
it's not
bad.
gonna be great.
But the trailer doesn't look terrible though. It looks
It just looks so
fine.
promising. It just looks so promising. But
There are
Tom
promising
Holland,
elements here.
Mark Wahlberg, Chloe Fraser. I'm so sorry for I don't know what's the actress name. Anyway,
At least they've got Mark
uh,
Wahlberg, the greatest actor of our generation. You know they're making Transformers 6 still. That's still a thing that's happening. They just wrapped filming on it.
You're kidding me, right?
Yeah, it's called Rise of the Beast. Oh my god, we got to talk about Transformers on the podcast. Oh yes.
No, please.
Wait, let me find out when
I
Transformers.
do not want to go through the pain ever again. That the first one's great, but the rest.
This was the bad, is it? 2022. When's it out? 24th of June, 2022. Do we have a slot on the podcast? Come on. Oh yes. No.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
We're talking about Thor.
I'm free.
No.
From the struggle. Yes.
We're talking about all the Thor films. God damn it.
Oh yeah, Thor's coming out that time.
Yeah, we're gonna do all the Thor films. Get ready to watch Thor: The Dark World again.
Oh.
Yeah. So what would you? I mean, at the end of the day, what would you rather watch? Transformers or Thor: The Dark World?
Thor: The Dark World, please. I don't want to watch
I
Transformers.
agree. I agree.
I don't want to watch them again. I don't want to hear Mark Wahlberg shouting something to a
He's
car.
an inventor. He's Cade Yeager, the inventor, the classic American boy. It's beautiful.
And the fifth one, what? Anthony Hopkins was in.
Yes, of course he was. Oh my god, I haven't seen the fifth one, but apparently it changes from IMAX from shot to shot. So like,
it does.
There'll be a shot that's
so
just like
times.
shot by like a. Wait, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't seen it. You've actually seen it.
I actually seen it.
Oh my god, is it as good as I hope? Is it as good as they tell me? Come on, rating out of 10. Go. Rating out of 10. Is it good?
3.
Cinema. Wait, so are you wait, so it's worse than Venom?
And the film, right, I'm gonna spell the film anyway. So the film has this butler robot, and Anthony Hopkins uses this butler robot throughout the film, but the robot has no backstory at all. It's just there, just helping Anthony Hopkins.
It's actually this wasn't a Transformers thing. Anthony Hopkins just brought his robot to set, and everyone was like, "Oh, let's just put it in the film." Anthony Hopkins was a robot.
Oh, there's one scene like where is it? I forgot, but it was just hilarious to watch it in the cinema. But there's so many slow motion shots in the fifth one. Like,
yes,
more.
Yes, we love some
more
slow-mo.
slow motion shots than Zack Snyder's whole career.
Impossible. No, Michael Bay. I don't even know if Michael Bay is directing the new one. Surely not. No, it's directed by Stephen Caple Jr., who directed. Oh shit!
Oh,
he directed Creed 2. This could be good. Creed 2 is great as well. This could be actually good.
Finally, no Michael Bay. We got something that is not Michael Bay.
We're free.
We're free.
Well, to be fair,
okay.
did you watch Bumblebee?
No, but I need to watch it.
Bumblebee was good, man. Like, I don't know who directed that, but that was actually like good. It like the Decepticons actually had color. Haley Steinfeld's there. Like, yeah, it was good.
Oh, she's great. Yeah.
Is.
Hawkeye, that's coming out.
Hawkeye, yeah, definitely. Who directed this one? Bumblebee is directed by. Somebody tell me. Give me an answer. It's just coming up with Transformers 6.
Right.
No, I wrote Bumblebee. Ah.
Travis Knight.
Who is Travis Knight? What have you done, sir?
With a K.
With a K. The Dark Knight. Oh, he directed Cuba and the Two Strings.
Wait, what?
Wait. He directed
Paranorman,
the Box Trolls, and Missing Link.
And the $6 billion Man.
Those are incredible. I bloody love. Oh no, he just works in the animation department. He didn't direct. He directed Kubo. Oh my god, Kubo is incredible, man. Have you seen Kubo and the Two Strings?
No, I need to watch it.
Absolutely brilliant. Leica is an incredible studio. Everyone like absolutely shills Coraline, but I think Coraline isn't even like one of their best. Like Kubo is, it's brilliant, absolutely amazing.
But at least we got a different director, because in the last film it does set up something big.
Does it?
So yeah, it does. I remember now, because at the end of the film, you might want to watch it. I don't want you to watch it anyway.
It's safe to say, John, I'm never gonna watch it.
Right. Okay.
Unless we do it for the podcast, I will never watch it.
Okay. In the last film, in the Transformers film, apparently, some part of the Earth is an Autobot or Decepticon.
You're kidding me right now.
You
mean
no,
the Earth is a transformer? The Earth is
I'm not too sure.
What the hell?
Might be part of something. I don't know. I might be guessing.
That is genius. Maybe I should watch it. That sounds brilliant. Oh my god. I remember watching Transformers. Do you remember when you had your Doctor Who themed birthday party like years ago?
Oh, no, don't remind me that. No.
Well, that was brilliant. We had fish fingers and custard.
Was it?
Yeah, it was amazing. I had just come back from watching Transformers Dark of the Moon, and I had a huge headache. And I remember just sitting there at your party, just like, I am going to die. I was in the cinema for like 4 hours watching CGI just like slam into each other. Oh man,
I was having a headache after watching that.
I remember you got it on DVD and we watched it. This being Transformers: Dark of the Moon, and it's a difficult film. It's a difficult film to get through, man.
It is a difficult film to go through. Anyway,
we've gone mad, John. We've gone mad. This has happened. I knew we'd snap. We're talking about Uncharted. Remember that 10 minutes ago we were talking about Uncharted. Then we went on a detour.
This feels like watching Dune. It feels like I'm watching Dune over again. Just like talking about it, and then feel like I'm back. I'm back into watching it. Right.
I think. Do we have anything more to say, or is that it?
No. Get It Going. Barbie film. Uncharted, Transformers,
Twilight. We've talked about it all today. What else have we got to talk about?
What?
We're going to see Blade next week, aren't we? We're going to see Blade at the cinema.
Oh, Blade. Yeah,
we've never seen Blade before. We've booked to see it at the cinema, and we're going to see Last Night in Soho. Really we're going to have an out of time film podcast on the road trip, going to cinema.
Whoa, yeah, double bill. I've never done a double bill before.
You never done a double bill before?
No.
Oh, mate, you're in for a treat. I've done many double bills. Most recently, Shang-Chi and Annette. What a double bill that was. Absolutely
I feel so ridiculous.
Sorry. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I love it. I love a cinema double bill. I remember one time I went to watch Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Remember that? And then like they were showing Ghostbusters 30th anniversary. I mean, my dad went. And we were like, there was only one other guy in the cinema. And instead of watching, and I'm not joking, instead of watching Ghostbusters, we started to throw orange peels at each other. And we just spent like 20 minutes whilst Ghostbusters was playing, just throwing orange peels at each other from across the cinema. Oh God, I'm crazy, man. I feel like to the
Uh,
people listening, I must sound like I am like on crack right now.
he is.
I promise you, I'm not. I'm totally fine.
He's not. Sorry. He's not.
I
I
finally
can't
read
quite describe.
Spider-Man Life Story, John. I did it.
Oh my God! Yes. Right. Okay.
Yes.
Back into the weekly viewing. We're back into the weekly viewing. Right. Come
Woo!
on. Right. Okay. So, what do you think of it?
It was good, but I feel like it was overhyped for me.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. I
it's
know
my fault.
that's really
It's my fault.
disappointing, but it should have been longer. Like it spent the whole
Really?
time. Yeah, because I feel like it only explored 1 year from each. So if those of you who don't know the premise is that it tells the whole story of Spider-Man's run in the comics, but Spider-Man ages like he would regularly. So, he's like in his teens in the 60s, and then like 70s is in his 20s, and then 80s and blah 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 blah. And it takes you to 2019, which is when it was written. And I just think it should have been longer. Each issue deals with 1 year from a decade, and I feel like you could have explored a lot more in that time.
Mm.
Yeah,
So,
that's it. It's not like a huge thing that I have to say, but yeah, I read it and
uh,
it's fine. Yeah, but I did
yeah,
really like it
I,
though. I really appreciate what it did. I think it did some really cool stuff, especially early on with Vietnam. I thought that was really cool.
yeah.
Um, it just condenses a lot of Spider-Man stories into like a couple of pages, which I would have liked to see a bit more from it. But I
I
really
mean, you
liked it.
got
I really
Craven
did.
the Last Hunter. Yeah,
Yeah, you
Craven's.
got Craven's Last Hunt. That was quite cool. They should.
Uh,
I still think that No Way Home should have been Craven's Last Hunt, and they will forever have missed that opportunity. So
they have.
thanks, Sony. Shall we end this mindless rabble here? And
Yeah,
should we
I have nothing else to say. I feel
take
like
it?
we're
Take
just
us
gonna.
out, John. Just please
Okay, so
shoot me in
thank
the head.
you for listening. One hell of an episode today.
Did we talk
um,
about Dune? Maybe. Did we talk about Uncharted? Maybe. Did we talk about Twilight? Yes. Did we talk about Barbie? Definitely. Transformers? Yes. Talk about everything apart from what we were
I
supposed to be
feel like
talking about.
that June just made us like, oh yeah. Sorry, I watched the French Dispatch. It was amazing. We'll talk about it in a couple of weeks.
Yes. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Yeah, we're going to talk about it
Uh,
next week. We're doing Last Night in Soho. Week after that, we're doing Eternals. And then we're doing French Dispatch. And then we're doing Ghostbusters. And then we're going to do a 4-week extravaganza. We're going to talk about every single Spider-Man film, including No Way Home when it comes out. It's going to be great. I'm
ooh,
so excited. I'm
yes.
watching all the Spider-Man films in early November to just get them all in and soak up
Okay.
that good bloody cinema and the bad cinema too.
Oh, great. So thank you for listening today.
Yes.
It's been a wild episode.
Yeah.
We enjoyed talking about Dune. And I would recommend go see it. It's great. It's great. Want to see it on
Definitely.
the big screen.
Definitely.
It's a long short film, if you know what I mean. If you want into it. Wear your mask when you go to the cinema because we want to keep them open. And and get your vaccination jabs. I've got my second one, so beat it. Come on, go and get it. Go get that second
Yeah, beat
vaccination.
that. You get 3 jabs. Try and beat 2 jabs.
It's like collecting all the Infinity Stones, just like just like yes, I've got Pfizer, I've got the other ones. I forgot the other names of the vaccination jabs or
Moderna,
something.
AstraZeneca, bloody Nymphadora. That's it's not Nymphadora, that's actually a Harry Potter character, but fine. People who know will know. They'll
Anyway,
appreciate that joke. I'm going crazy. If you enjoyed this video, because how could you not? We are literally madmen. Give it a
yes,
like because that just makes
give it a
sense.
like.
And
Yes.
subscribe if you want to see more. As I said, Last Night in Soho next week, Eternals week after that. We've got a load of cool stuff coming. You look back, we did Wes Anderson films ranked. We did Venom, Let There Be Carnage. We did the first Venom as well. We did
Yes.
bloody James Bond, didn't we? We did No Time to Die. We did Shang-Chi. We've done Visions. We've done Rick and Morty season 5. Loads of stuff recently. Even more stuff further beyond. Get your teeth sunk in. We've got some great stuff. And if you want to get in contact with us, please email us. Tell us what you're thinking about anything. Tell us, are you interested in Barbie now that Greta Gerwig is directing it? Email us,
Yes.
oursteinefilmpod@gmail.com, or follow us on Twitter at oursteinefilmpod, or Instagram on oursteinefilmpod. And that, I think, is everything. Yes?
Yes. Okay.
Well
That is it.
then,
Thank
that's
you
the
for
end of this
listening.
bloody trip. Like just it was a trip. It was a trip in all the
That's
ways.
the best description for Dune. There you go. It was a trip.
It was a trip,
Uh,
as was this podcast.
as well as this
Woo!
podcast. If you want to make it more trippy. Anyway, take what you're given.
Give nothing back.
Goodbye.
John, I think we've made many mistakes. I think we've just
We made many mistakes. Oh God, unholy
no.
mistakes. Oh,
Jesus. Goodbye.
goodbye.